Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be making my predictions for this Saturday night's AEW pay-per-view Full Gear. With this being the first pay-per-view of the weekly TV era on TNT, we'll see if Full Gear can keep up to the standard that All In, Double or Nothing, and All Out have in the past. So with that being said, we'll get right into my predictions for AEW Full Gear. So we'll start things off in the buy-in, and it will be a women's division match featuring Britt Baker taking on Bea Priestley. With these two being intertwined ever since Bea signed with the company, with there being tag matches, and then the ending of the Battle Royal at All Out, where Bea eliminated Britt Baker after she was already eliminated from the match. I feel like this will be the end of the chapter for these two, and I think Bea Priestley will walk out with the win here. The reason I think Priestley get the win here is because I feel like this is essentially de facto #1 contenders match to be the next challenger for the Women's Championship. And since Britt Baker already had her chance on TV and lost, I think Priestley will get the win here and move on to face the champion, whoever that is, after this show's over. So now on to the main card. So we'll start things off for the AEW Tag Team Championships in a triple threat match, and will feature the champions SCU defending their tag team titles against the Lucha Brothers and Private Party. This will be a high-paced, high-flying match with all three of the teams, and I think with SCU just winning the tag team titles 2 weeks ago that they're not going to lose here and keep the tag titles. I feel like the way SCU is going to lose the tag team titles is when Chris Daniels returns, where he'll get put in where maybe he's not ready yet, and then they'll lose the titles, and then we'll be having questioning whether Chris Daniels was ready or not, and if the team will ever get back to the tag team titles. Now on to match number 2. Match number 2 will be for the AEW Women's Championship, and we'll see Riho defending her title against Emi Sakura. My pick to win this match is Riho to retain her AEW Women's Championship here. With Riho being built up as one of the stronger competitors in the women's division, obviously being the first champion now, even in tag matches and others, she's always looking pretty good, and I feel like she'll retain the title here to just give that title some more longevity, and then we'll face Bea Priestley either on TV, more than likely on TV, because I don't know when the next pay-per-view is, and I feel like a TV match between them will just propel Riho into more title defenses, and we're wondering who can beat the Little Giant. So now on to match number 3. And that'll be a singles match featuring the chairman Shawn Spears taking on the bad boy Joey Janela. My pick to win this match is Shawn Spears. With Spears starting this stop garbage wrestling movement, I feel like he'll beat Janela in a standard match, which then will probably lead to Janela trying to get a so-called garbage match, like a hardcore match with him, where Spears won't take it. This will lead to someone else who's a so-called garbage wrestler in Spears' eyes, who's done a lot of hardcore matches in the past, and maybe in a hardcore match on this one, will then take on Spears later down the road in a hardcore match and beat him to give Spears the comeuppance to get him to change from this garbage movement. Then he'll complain to get a standard style match where Tully Blanchard will try to get in the way, and somehow Shawn Spears will still lose. So now on to match number 4. And this will be another singles match featuring the Bastard Pac taking on Hangman Adam Page. With this being the rubber match with them being tied at 1 apiece here, I think Hangman Adam Page will get the win here. I feel as if this match is just another #1 contenders match. I feel Hangman being a former #1 contender facing Chris Jericho, that him getting the win here and potentially facing Jericho, if Jericho were to retain on this card, on TV they can build it up as a pay-per-view main event since of the unknown gap into where the next big show will be, that we just have a bunch of dynamites lined up in the future, that Hangman vs Jericho could get a good rating in their Wednesday Night War. So now on to our next match. And it will be a tag team match featuring the Young Bucks taking on Santana and Ortiz. With this being our first face-off between the Inner Circle and Elite here, I feel like the Inner Circle guys will get the win here, and Santana and Ortiz will beat the Young Bucks. With SCU retaining their tag team titles earlier in the night, I feel that Santana and Ortiz will be a natural fit to take on SoCal Uncensored next if they beat the Bucks here. And I feel like beating the Young Bucks pretty much will get anyone a tag team title shot. And I feel Santana and Ortiz getting the win here will move them on to the tag team titles, and more than likely beating SCU. So now on to our co-main event of the evening, and this will be a lights out match featuring Jon Moxley taking on Kenny Omega. The battle between the barbed wire broom and the barbed wire bat, and I feel as if the man who's been holding around the barbed wire bat, Jon Moxley, will get the win here. This not counting towards the records in AEW since it's a lights out match. I feel a loss for Omega will just keep him where he is, obviously. This will lead to Moxley going on a warpath for him wanting to get a chance at the world title in AEW, where he beat management's boy Kenny Omega. And this is where I feel Shawn Spears comes in, where he'll say Moxley's just a garbage wrestler and the AEW title deserves better than that. And this is where I feel like the rivalry will start. I feel as Omega will just be in this little weird spot, kind of like he's been in, where he's just been taking on challengers left and right. It doesn't really matter what they are. This match was really supposed to happen at the last pay-per-view, but then Moxley was injured. Omega could get a chance at the world title. He could just have another rivalry, maybe taking on Jake Hager. I wouldn't put too much into that. Maybe they have that match, or maybe we lead into some type of faction war warfare between the Inner Circle and the Elite later down the road in the next year. So now on to the main event of the evening, and that'll be for the AEW World Championship, and we'll see late champion Chris Jericho defending his title against Cody. This match having two stipulations where if they go the full 60 minutes, that there'll be judges to decide who the champion will be, and Cody saying on Wednesday night on Dynamite that if he loses and can't beat Chris Jericho, he'll never challenge for the AEW World title again. I feel like this was put out there to swing things to have people think Cody could win this match. I will be picking Chris Jericho to retain his AEW World Championship here. I feel like this match is going to be just pure domination for the most part by Cody, to where they're going to get close to that time limit, maybe 40 minutes. I could see this going 40 minutes, to where it's, oh, Cody's definitely ahead on the scorecards. He can just chill, just keep his advantage, just fight to 20 minutes, boom, he'll be the AEW champion. He'll start going like that, and then all of a sudden, boom, Jericho hit a juice effect out of nowhere, pin him 1, 2, 3. And so a lot of people are wondering, what if Cody didn't get caught? He'd be the AEW champion right now. Now for Jericho for the future, I could see him taking on Hangman, Omega, and Moxley after their matches on this card earlier, and then the faction warfare between the Elite and the Inner Circle. All in all, I feel like this will be a really good match and a really good card. So that'll do it for my predictions for AEW Full Gear. Leave your thoughts about Full Gear in the comments section below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you like what I'm doing on this channel and want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.